Hi there! Welcome to episode 194 of the WaveBack Music Podcast. My name is Kris.
And I'm Matt.
And we're here to listen to the most interesting video game music there is. Donuts. Who doesn't love donuts? And raccoons! And quadcopters. So when a game comes along that combines all those things with immovable holes, well, one can't help but take notice. Save some bread for your certified loaf, because tonight we listen to the music of Donut County. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Kris.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am okay.
That's good.
Yeah. I like this game. I'm real glad you picked it.
I love this game.
I'm looking forward to this episode. I'm also very sleepy, but that's all gonna work out because I think this episode's gonna be a bit of a vibe. The soundtrack is super cool and super chill, and it's really suiting my mood right now. But yeah, it's been a couple of months since we've done one of these, because that's how we roll now. That's where I'm at, and my ability to schedule things. So I'm glad we're doing Donut County. This one's been on my list for a little while, and it's June. It's my birthday month. Got some cool stuff coming up. Like Masters of the Universe is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go see that with my kid over the weekend. I've got we're gonna go see Bit Brigade doing Mega Man X. With the Super Guitar Brothers opening up for him. I'm just incredibly stoked about that. It's Atlantic City, right up the street from my house, basically. So that'll be a fun night, and I get to sit here and talk to you about Donut County tonight.
You know, of all those things, I'm most excited for you to be doing. It is, in fact, not talking to me, but going to see Bit Brigade. Yeah. I'm pretty jealous. I've been dying to see Bit Brigade. Now that I live away from New York City, but still in the suburbs of, it's tough for me to get out to Brooklyn, which is where most of the venues are. So,
hey, drive a couple hours. Drive 2.5 hours. Come see him in Atlantic City with me and the kids.
You know, not for nothing. That isn't an awful idea. I can get a hotel.
Oh nearby. Yeah, man. There's hotels all around here.
Right. There are.
Right. Yeah.
I've been a couple of times to AC.
Yeah, grab one of the cheaper hotels right by me, and then take the bus into AC. That's how you do it.
There you go. Look at it. Well, might have to make this happen. We'll report back.
Threaten me with a good time.
I had someone tell me that in their 50 years on this planet, they've never heard that before until I said it, and they were like, "I'm stealing it from you," and I was like, "Please, it's one of the greatest things you could ever say to someone."
Yeah, it's true. I recently stole the phrase "holy cats" from a friend of mine.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's just it's so absurd because you want to say "holy cow" or "holy crap" or just when you hit somebody with "holy cats," it's just like, whoa, that's weird, and it just stuck with me. Now it's a part of the vernacular.
There you go. I love when that happens.
Don't we all?
I have to sneeze. Ugh. All right. I think I managed to make it go away, but the threat is looming.
Well, that being the case, in light of this looming threat, Mr. Matt?
Yes, sir.
Hit us with some history.
Certainly. Donut County was released on PlayStation 4 and mobile devices on August 28th, 2018. Incidentally, that was my mom's birthday. And was ported over to
Your
Nintendo
mom was born
Switch.
In 2018? Thanks.
Yeah. It's you ever see Quantum Leap? And was ported over to Nintendo Switch and Xbox One a few months later. It's a game that is simultaneously like and unlike Katamari Damacy. You can take control of a hole, and the more stuff you make fall into said hole, it gets bigger. The bigger it gets, the bigger stuff you can make fall into the hole, and so on and so on and so on. It's also got a completely insane yet incredibly charming story involving a girl named Mira and her raccoon friend BK. BK becomes obsessed with a phone app that starts delivering holes all over town, which is somehow the fault of an evil raccoon called the Trash King. The two work together to stop him, and it's exactly as absurd as it sounds. The game earned generally favorable reviews and has become quite the cult classic in the years since its release.
This game's composers were Daniel Costner and Ben Esposito. Costner's other works include the soundtrack to the documentary Squads and an original music album called Martime. He's also responsible for the majority of this soundtrack, while Esposito's other works include Sonic Dreams Collection and Neon White. So, Matt, this was your pick. Why did you choose this game, and what is your history with it?
Usually when I am listening to us wind down the last episode of the WaveBack, I realize it's my pick and I haven't thought about it at all. So I immediately run to that list you've created, and I have said plenty of times before that it's my job to get that list down to 0. So I was scanning the list in haste, and I saw Donut County, and I said, wait, I think I know that game. Why does that sound familiar? I had to pop it up because I haven't played it in so long, and it was the game exact game I thought it was. And I said, "Oh no, this is a great one." My history with the game is I want to say I played it within the last year or so. I was in between like big games. It's like when I read like a really big book, 300, 400 pages. Maybe that's not big to some of you guys, but it's big to me. And then I go, well, I need a palate cleanser, and then I'll read a couple of short stories in someone's short story collection. And then I go, okay, I'm ready to read something new now. This was that game for me. I can't remember what I was in between, but this was free on like Game Pass or whatever. And I said, oh yeah. This is silly enough. This has that Katamari kind of charm. And I absolutely love the art style. I probably took longer than I should have to play it just because I was really enjoying it. The mechanics were a lot of fun. The gameplay was a lot of fun. And yeah, the storyline was so like silly and absurd, and the characters were all ridiculous. And I found it really, really funny, some of the interactions and how they treated BK and stuff. It was a really awesome game. I had a lot of fun with this.
Yeah, same. I played this a couple of years ago. I remember when it first came out, and it was recommended to me, and I kind of looked at it and said, sure, that looks like fun, and never got around to it. And then I forget what prompted me to finally pick the game up and give it a go, and I was immediately enthralled with it. I love the I think one of the earliest jokes in the game is when Mira refers to her dog, like she says, my dog needs bread. He's a certified loaf. And he needs bread to live because he's a certified loaf. And I was like, yeah, I get that. This game gets me. I'm into this.
This game was made just for me.
Yeah. And it made me laugh a whole heck of a lot. The phrase "my sweet puppin boy" is regularly used whenever I refer to my own dog. It's just a lovely game that I played through. My son played through, and I liked the soundtrack so much. When the vinyl record was available for it, I picked it up because this is just one of those. This is a weird soundtrack for us to be doing on this show because it's one of those soundtracks where it's like there's no, there at least for me, there aren't a lot of standout songs. The whole thing is this very like kind of similar vibe that just kind of flows together. It's really good put on the record and just kind of do something else and zone out to it music. It's just wonderful. So doing this, like picking individual songs for this was really tough for me because I was like, oh wait, did I pick that one? Oh, I know that one. I love that one, but I love that one, but I love that one because it sounds like this one did. Yeah, I kind of got lost in that, but yeah, I love this game. I love this game. I love this soundtrack, and I'm pretty jazzed about giving it a listen tonight.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've, like I said, played, which means just as long since I've heard the soundtrack. Real quick question about the vinyl record there. You said you have the vinyl record for the soundtrack for Donut County, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So does the record have a hole in the middle of it?
Not an unusually sized one.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, no, the records don't actually look like donuts, which was somewhat disappointing.
Yep, that's what I was getting at. Okay.
They are very colorful, though.
Kris, I love you so much.
See,
You're so innocent.
we actually sell the soundtrack on Stone Age Gamer.
Hey.
And I was just looking up pictures of it. You know, obviously I can't go upstairs. Yeah, it's 2 records. One of them's bright green and one of them's pink. And yeah, they don't look like donuts. It was one of those things I remember getting it and thinking like, okay, clearly the label in the middle is going to look like a donut, right? But no, it doesn't. It just says artwork for the game on it, which is not a problem. It's just, I don't know if it's a missed opportunity or if it would be too on the nose to make the records look like donuts. I don't know. This game's so weird. It could go either way.
How weird is it?
It's so weird that I don't have a joke to go with that. So let's start listening to music.
I thought you were going to parlay it into it. It's so weird. The first track's called Garbage Day.
See?
You know, you go along. I was telling you as a joke off of recording, you go away for a little while and you come back and you're like, how do I do this again?
Yeah. It's all right. I keep waking up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and I don't know why. My brain's just like, hey, guess what? It's time to start the day. And I'm like, the hell it is.
I'll show you.
Look, I'm planning on getting up at 5:30, okay? That's already early enough. You don't need to help me here.
What's that about?
I don't know. Anyway, the first track we're going to listen to is called Garbage Day. This is the title track. This is there's a couple of songs in here that I will remember specific stages or parts of the game that they belong to. But this is the song. This is you start up the game. This is the song you hear. And it is a marvelous piece of music. And I hope you all enjoy it. Here is Garbage Day. There you have it. That was Garbage Day from Donut County. How'd that grab you?
I absolutely remember that track. I remember thinking like, oh, this is a cute little piece of music. The little like ukulele and whatever kind of slap percussion that is, like wood slap percussions, wood blocks, I'm not sure. I thought that was really cool. I'd never heard it that deep, all whatever it is, 2.5, 3 minutes of it. It starts to kind of go off the rails a little bit, right?
It does. This game soundtrack tends to do that periodically, where it'll just get a little glitchy and weird and stuff.
Okay, because like for a nanosecond, I thought, oh no, I've got like something weird's happening with like my computer or something.
Yeah, it's just kind of the vibe of this soundtrack,
Yeah, I was gonna ask, but yeah, that's such a great little tune. Very indicative of what I think this game kind of has to offer. From soup to nuts.
Yeah, it does a great job of setting the mood, setting the vibe. Not to overuse the word vibe, but yeah.
No, but that's kind of what it is, right? Like sometimes we'll talk about the newer games that come out, and there isn't necessarily a lot of music per se. A lot of it can be ambiance and atmospheric music. So really, it's kind of setting a tone, setting a vibe. But this is not that, but it still sets its own vibe because the game itself is very particular.
That's a good way of putting it. The game is very particular.
I like using that word when someone's being an a-hole. He's very particular. I've had it used on me a dozen times. So. Matt's very particular.
All right, well, our next track is called Breaking Ground. And, to quote Mystery Science Theater from the people who brought you that other stuff, more of the same.
Great reference.
So here you go. Here's Breaking Ground. Enjoy. All right, that was Breaking Ground from Donut County, and I rather enjoyed that one. I like the little stereo effects you got going on at the end there. Like I said up front, I just don't have a lot to say about the music other than, man, I really enjoy it. It's just the perfect amount of chill. I just love this soundtrack.
I have to agree with you. We're only 2 tracks into the episode proper, and I'm already thinking like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to go over to Stone Age Gamer and buy this soundtrack because that's got to be amazing on vinyl record.
It's really wonderful. It was worth every penny. I mean, not that it's expensive. It's like $40 for 2 records, and like this is not a short soundtrack. This was like I said, it was hard to narrow this down to specific tracks because there's a ton of tracks, but there's nothing that's bad. It's like all this style, and it's just such good music to put on in the background while cooking or cleaning or any number of things. It's just fantastic.
Laying face up in a plush rug.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I wish I was laying face up in a plush rug right about now.
Real brief story. I had a friend whose boyfriend had a great record collection. We're talking 15, 20 years ago. He had these great jazz records and stuff. Meanwhile, he was in a hardcore New York City hardcore band. It was what an amazing juxtaposition. Anyway, we would go to his place and drink, and I would get pretty fuzzy. And he's like, yeah, throw on some records. I have like a kid in a candy store. I'd be looking through jazz records, and I remember throwing 1 or 2 on and just zoning out on his carpet. But anyway, so to your point, I'm glad you brought it up because I was going to bring it up. One of my favorite things about multi-track recording in the modern era is you can do all kinds of things like mess with the spatial placement of things, and that particular track is no shortage of it. It feels like there's 2 or 3 people playing ukulele guitars and stuff, and of course they sit in different places in the 360 audio sphere, and they did a fantastic job mixing this track, and I'm sure the whole soundtrack. But this, as an example, is a perfect example of like what great mixing can really do to something as simple as this is, right? Because you got your organics and your synthesizers, and they marry real well together. And to make it interesting, you do things like mix in a spatial space and reverbs and delays to give it depth. And if you're an avid listener, I can go on and on about reverbs and delays and 360 space, but I won't. I digress. That was a good one, though.
They're all good ones, Pinky.
I set you up for that.
It's like riding a bike.
There it is.
Next track we'll be listening to is called Holes. Considering this game is about holes, this song this really works. So here you go. Enjoy. That was Holes. Man, I love this music so much. Just sitting here zoning out. It's like, God, it's so good. And like when it's paired with the game, it's it's not exactly like, enthralling and invigorating. It matches the game so perfectly. But when you separate it from the game and just listen to the music, it's so zen. I love it.
That's a really great way to explain this soundtrack. It's a very zen soundtrack, right? But as I mentioned with the last track, there's a great mix, rather, not a lot, but a great mix of organic and synthesized instruments. It's really bringing to mind Flying Lotus for anyone who's familiar. Flying Lotus is an instrumental project. I don't know enough about the project, but I'm pretty positive it's just one guy. And it's an instrumental project that has deep roots in hip hop. So the earlier stuff has a very hip hop vibe, but as the career has moved forward, it's started to expand a little bit. It gets into elements like this. And now, of course, the name is escaping me, but Netflix had that animated series about the only black samurai, voiced by Lakeith Stanton. Flying Lotus did the soundtrack for that. So if you dug that show and its soundtrack, that was Flying Lotus. For anyone, who's interested, especially if you're digging this sort of stuff too, it gives me real strong parallels, and I personally love that. And this song, I agree with you. Like, for a moment, I forgot I was doing a podcast, and I was just rocking with it, thinking like, man, this is a lot like Flying Lotus. Like, oh, this is good. Oh, wait, I gotta start talking in a minute.
Well, we can take another break from talking for 999 Feet Below. Yeah, it's I think it's going to be a minute before there's another one where I can specifically remember what stage it's from. But I remember this song. I remember all the songs. And 999 Feet Below. Enjoy. "999 Feet Below." Another winner.
In a series of winners.
In a series of winners.
Yeah.
Not a bad song on this whole soundtrack.
I'm 100% positive you are 100% positive. I like how the songs that we're listening to do a half what do you call that when it's you
Half
know
tempo?
thank you. Oh my god, wow. It has been a long day for me too. I like that it's doing that half tempo stuff because it totally changes the feel of what's happening, but like in a good way, in like a really, really good way. Sometimes you could do it's really hokey, or you just go, oh, all right. I like that because again, if you're familiar with the game, it just feels very on brand. But separated from the game, it's like a whole new experience. That's how I'm kind of experiencing this.
Huh?
um, but I dig it. I really, really dig it. I think it's like it's a really, really groovy, kind of interesting thing. I think by the end of this episode, I will have purchased.
Well, I think you'll enjoy it if you do, because, like, again, this is just the songs we're listening to tonight are just scratching the surface. It's just more of this where it came from, and it's all lovely. Like this next song, which is called Popcorn. Enjoy.
Mm.
All right, that was Popcorn, and I really like that song. I really like the juxtaposition of the very, very peaceful, I guess, ukuleles or whatever it is that's playing that really peaceful main melody, and then the sort of chaotic drums underneath it. It has such a very interesting vibe to it, and I really, really love the way that song comes together.
I'm surprised you didn't think what I thought. The drums kind of being as chaotic and erratic remind me of corn popping.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I like that.
No, so again, it's I'll say it's that organic and synthetic. The whatever strings there are, like that's like it's a ukulele, I'm guessing. Um, it it's the central instrument really for this whole soundtrack, right? Like I'm not telling tall tales out of high school, right?
No, I think that's a fair assessment.
So that being said, like it's so beautifully recorded. Like assuming it's a live ukulele, they found the right reverb for it. It just sounds so pleasant and sweet. And then there's all these other things going on around it, which I'm willing to go out on a limb and say that is kind of a metaphor for the story, right? You get these interesting and sweet and endearing characters, and this evil corporation is dropping big holes, and you're swallowing buildings and things like that. Yeah. So there's all that chaos too, right?
Yeah.
Especially since at fairly early in the story, you end up being down a 999-foot hole, and all your neighbors are falling in with you, and there's starting to be some infighting and things like that. So it's a very kind of funny, interesting. That's where like the endearing and the weird and the ridiculous come in.
Yeah. Yeah, spot on.
Yeah.
I had something else I was going to add, but it's gone now.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I hate when that happens.
We're going to move right along. We're going to move right along to Throne Room. This track is exactly 1 minute long. I don't know why I said that. Enjoy. Just perfect. It's just a weird little piece of perfection. Love it.
It's like a lullaby song. Like if I had trouble sleeping, I'd put this on.
Huh?
Like on loop.
Yeah, I definitely feel like this is a soundtrack that I need to put on more often when I'm, waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. When I'm having trouble getting back to sleep, this is this soundtrack is probably a good thing to put on, because it's a different kind of chill than what I usually listen to when I'm trying to sleep, and it's a very thorough, very very deep chill. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, there's no really I don't remember, I should say, anything being kind of outside of this genre, tone, timbre. Yeah.
I know what you're trying to say, but I don't know how to say it any better than you.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
I think we should just move on.
Like we should. To the BK Squad. That's what this song is called. BK Squad. And I'll bet you dollars to donuts it's another killer song. So here you go. BK Squad. Engage.
You beat me to it.
that was the BK Squad from Donut County. I like how that one's just a little bit quirkier than some of the other ones we've listened to. But still kind of, still really fits in the general overall vibe of the game. What'd you think of that one?
Oh, I absolutely dug it. I love that melody. Bum, 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 bum. We keep driving the point home. It's a really chill soundtrack. It's a vibe. It's right where it needs to be.
Yeah. It does it with aplomb.
Ah.
Pulling the $10 words while I'm half asleep over here. This was really an interesting choice for soundtrack for me to listen to while I'm like pretty tired, because I'm ready to just let it autoplay the rest of it and just conk the heck out. But alas, that is not what the future holds for me, because we've got to talk about these things. And the next one we're going to talk about is Hollow Earth. God, this game was weird.
Yes, it was.
I love it,
but in the best possible way.
Yeah, it just in the best possible way. Here is Hollow Earth. Enjoy. That was Hollow Earth. Sorry some of these songs end so abruptly, which is really my only complaint. But they all flow together so seamlessly when you listen to them as like one constant soundtrack. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm really curious to hear it all together now. I think maybe tomorrow I'll throw it on the old Spotify, assuming it's there.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's not.
All right, this next one is Quack Anthem, and I love this song. This is the song that plays when you beat a level. So you finish a stage, and you get all the results, and it's the Quack Anthem. And it is very aptly titled, which you will hear as soon as it starts playing. Here is Quack Anthem. Enjoy. I love that song.
It's so Mario Paint.
Oh my god, it is more. Love it. Oh, I love it. I have absolutely nothing to say about it.
No notes.
It could be more quacky, I suppose. There could be some more legitimately pronounced quacks. The sounds, I think, are more quack adjacent than quacks. But it's so perfect. Just every time you finish a level. Oh, love it. All right, we got a few left. We got a few good ones left coming our way. The next one is called Hackers, and it's another good one. That's why I picked it. Enjoy. All right, that was Hackers. And what's cool is even when it is more, I don't know if energetic's the right word, but even when it is more like structured and traditionally upbeat, it still has such a good chill vibe to it.
Yeah, it's not the same. When we talk about boss music and final battles and things like that, we always talk about its eminence. It's pressure inducing. Even like you said, even when it's a quote unquote pulse pounding, it's not even that. It's still very like, yeah, that's cool, man. Okay, cool.
Perfectly said. Cool. That's a Brooklyn Nine-Nine reference.
Yeah,
I've never watched that show. I probably should.
You're missing out.
So I'm told. But anyway, what I'm not missing out on is more Donut County music. And this next one is called Raccoon House Music.
Hell yeah.
It's killer. Enjoy. There you go. That was Raccoon House Music from Donut County. And it certainly was I don't know, I guess I could hear that music playing in a raccoon house. Or, it's house music that raccoons listen to. I think it works on every level.
I could definitely listen to like 5 or 6 hours of music in that vein. So if you guys are listening, get to it.
Yes. Drive Nope, that didn't make any sense.
I appreciate you though.
Just having some thought about making a joke about driving a car and like, nope, I think that's just me hallucinating. Yeah.
I like it though. I think that's something we should explore.
All right. In the meantime, while we explore my hallucinations, we've got two songs left, and they're both part of the final boss battle, including the next song, which is called Boss Fight. It's great boss music. Please enjoy responsibly.
Kris.
Oh my God. Kind of nodded off there for a second.
It's
How you
okay.
doing? Whew.
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, we're back. All right. That was Boss Fight.
It's again, if you listen to the show, you know our love of boss battle music. This is not anything like other boss battles we've covered in the past and stuff. This is in a league of its own. This whole soundtrack's really in a league of its own, but this song in particular is very, very left of center, and yet somehow through all this chill music manages to retain those kind of keynotes that we always talk about when it comes to boss battle music. It's really fascinating to take the journey on the soundtrack and then get to kind of the final boss music or boss battle music, and kind of see someone's interpretation of what that is, right? I mean, I'm absolutely speculating, you know what I mean? But we're all gamers, and we, certain things are certain things for a reason, right? So
yeah, and like it's not entirely unboss music-esque, it is more intense than what else you hear in the game, but it still retains that vibe overall. My kid John just absolutely was obsessed with this song for a little while, just because he beat this game and he loves boss music, and he really, really liked this song and the next song as well, which is the kind of the second part of the final boss battle. But yeah, it's pulling little pieces of other songs, other really chill songs together into this boss music, and it does so brilliantly, but without going so overboard that it doesn't feel like it's a part of the same game. It maintains the vibe, but also nope, not circumvent. Defies expectations a little bit, and I think it does a great job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I guess brings us to our final piece. This song is called "Falling," and it's there are quadcopters, there are raccoons, lots involved. It's good stuff. Buy this game.
Yeah, play this game.
Yeah, but yes, this is our last song for the evening. So go play this game once we're done, and enjoy this final piece, "Falling." And there it is. That was "Falling." Again, unconventional boss-esque music, although I can't remember exactly how this song plays out in the game. I want to say it is how you effectively finish off the Trash King. But I don't recall. It's been too long since I've played through this game, and I'm looking forward to doing that again.
Yeah, I think this is going to require another playthrough. It was, like I said in the top, it was a lot of fun. I loved the art direction and style. I thought it was fantastic. The storyline was quirky. And the characters, again, very endearing and downright hilarious in some points.
Yeah. The game definitely makes you laugh. Weirdly heartwarming. Just like, not like, emotional, but I just remember feeling real. It's a feel good game. As you can tell from the soundtrack,
Yeah, I liked how what was the main character's name? Mira,
I think.
Mira. I like how like BK is just everyone's kind of dumping ground. Everyone's upset at him the whole time. That kind of lovable jerk.
Yeah,
It's got some really great earmarks of other things, and it just comes together so well.
it does. It's not a flawless experience, but it is really
No.
one of my favorite games of recent years. It's one that I will definitely go back to. It's one that with soundtrack I go back to often, but the game itself I go back from time to time, and it really does have that Katamari vibe of it just being easy to pick up. But it's even more chill of a game overall than Katamari, and it's actually got a lot more narrative to it than Katamari does. That's has its own sense of humor, which as does Katamari, which is unlike just about anything else in the world. But yeah, the Donut County's it's a wonderful game with a wonderful soundtrack, and thank you so much for picking it.
Thank you for putting it on your list.
Of course. Well, I guess that wraps things up for us. Obviously, we'll play out with some music, but in the meantime, do you have any final thoughts to add before we close this out for the night?
I'd just be bringing sand to the beach.
Nobody needs that. I hate sand. Oh, Star Wars. Anyways, that is our show. We will be back in September. Because we're doing this every 3 months. And since it's my pick, I thought it would be fun to hit up September with a 2-game 1-2 punch that I have been wanting to do for ages. And since September is also the beginning of the football season, there is no better time than to cover Tecmo Bowl with a side of Tecmo Baseball, because they both have pretty short soundtracks and they both came out around the same time. Tecmo Bowl, Tecmo Baseball, just such cool classic sports games for NES, and just gotta get us all in the football spirit. Little Bo Jackson, It's
I love. Oh, that's the second time today I've made a Bo Jackson Tecmo Bowl reference. I'm not even joking you. Amazing. Oh man, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I've had this one on my list for a long time. I haven't had it written on the list, but it's one that I keep thinking of. Like, one of these days, it's gonna be around like Super Bowl season and we're gonna do Tecmo Bowl. And then like I was just Tecmo Bowl song came on my iPod this morning, and it was just kind of rattling around in my head, and I thought, well, when's the next episode? Ooh, when does the football season start? Ooh, let's do it. This is it. Finally time.
I dig baseball in the fall as well, because you're lining up your playoffs, you're starting to see that picture's really emerging and stuff, and it's good times, man. Good times.
Yeah. And also just Tecmo Baseball, man. I had so much fun with that one. That was my baseball game until Super Bases Loaded on Super NES. I think that might be the baseball game I put the most time into. But I know, like, on NES, everyone always was like baseball stars all the way, and we had a lot of people like Bases Loaded. But Tecmo Baseball, for all of its stupidity, I really enjoyed that game, and I think the music had just such a huge part of that. But, anyways, that's our show. We here at the WaveBack Podcast are incredibly grateful to everyone who listens, and we love communicating with you when we can. We have a couple of ways you can do that. There's the Geekade Discord channel, in which we have a WaveBack chat where we frequently discuss all manner of stuff relating to video game music and whatever our next episodes are going to be. Of course, you can always still send us an email at mail@geekade.com, and while you're at it, check out all our social media channels, which you should totally follow, like, and subscribe to if you haven't already. WaveBack and other Geekade podcasts are made possible thanks to the Geekade Patreon page. There, patrons can get access to a monthly podcast topic and recording schedule, get early access to most of Geekade's shows, including this one, and more. If you've enjoyed our podcast over the years, follow the link in the description. Give it a look. We really appreciate it. Finally, as always, be sure to check out all the other great content we have on our site over at geekade.com. We're going to leave you tonight with Sandcastle, which is a song that plays, I believe it's the song that plays over the game's credits or ending, or maybe a little bit of both. Either way, it's more wonderful music from Donut County. So please enjoy, and we'll see you next time. podcast.
Yeah.